Episode 295 of the Global from Asia podcast, special edition, coronavirus. Next expert, Rico from Source Find Asia, also the Made in China podcast, another content marketer and amazing person in the community. And of course, he's lucky. We're all mostly lucky. I actually haven't talked to people personally that have had deaths or illnesses in their network.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Rico here, CEO of Source Find Asia, host of the Made in China podcast, and the host of the Source Find Asia YouTube channel. I'm back with another one, still in Manila, still stuck in Manila. Help me try to get out of here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can save money on professional product photography in China, specifically Southeast Asia as a whole.
I don't know why. I can see things but I can't show why. I don't wanna do it when it comes to showtime. Said I would stop, I can't, I'm so high. I do the things I want to do. It could have been you. It could have been you. It could have been you. Know the reason. I can overdeep it, not supposed to be this. Write my feelings and show my secrets. I got things in my head but aren't know the feeling.
One of the biggest, I think, advantages of being in Southeast Asia, especially coming from the West, is the lower labor costs. So you have professionals, highly educated people that have a lot of experience in their field. However, the cost of living in the country is lower, so therefore, the cost of the services are lower. And one of the perfect examples is professional product photos. So a while ago, I remember when we first started providing the service, I had a friend of mine ask me to help him set up some professional product photos in China. And eventually, in the process of doing that, I realized it's a third of the cost or a half of the cost to do product photos in China in comparison to doing it in the West. And it's faster, right? Because you're tapping into photographers from Taobao or a network, and you're shipping your samples from a factory to them. So you're not shipping the samples internationally. So if you're shipping one sample or a couple samples from China to Canada, it's going to take 5 days, 6 days. You're going to charge $50, $60 to do that. Whereas if you're shipping it within China, you're shipping it, let's say from as high as Shanghai, shipping it to Shenzhen, that's only going to cost you a couple dollars, and it's going to ship within 1 to 2 days. So I realized at the time, I was like, wow, this is awesome, because you have professional photographers with professional equipment that are super experienced in what they do, and they work for large corporations in China, and you can tap into that service. So one of the things that we've done is we work with one specific photographer that we originally found on Taobao. So if you're looking to do it yourself and you want to go to Taobao and then type in Chinese, you can translate product photos to Chinese. And what they do is they typically sell them in services. So they'll sell them, it'll be a pack of 10 photos, for X amount. The price is going to vary depending on how professional they are, how much experience they have, what your specific needs are as well. Then the other aspect is sometimes you can work out a deal, like with us, because we've been working with the same photographer a few years now. We have a specific deal, customized pricing that we've set up that then matches the pricing that we then provide to clients, right? And then anything beyond that, when you want things like models, you want things like special scenarios, that is, again, highly possible and highly affordable, right? So typically a model, whether it's in China or in the West, they get hired for a day. You charge them a day rate. So what typical models will do is an agency will put together, multiple clothing from different companies, and then they'll have the model for the entire day, and the model will just wear 200 different outfits, right? That's the way they sort of maximize the time of the model, and because they're paying them such a premium. So it's no different in China. The only difference is that the models are cheaper. So what we can do is we hire a model for a day or half a day. And there are places in Guangzhou, like the place that you're seeing right now, that have, essentially it's like a studio. So you go there and there's a living room set up, there's a bathroom set up, there's a bar, there's bedroom, there's coffee shop, like a fake coffee shop, there's a fake hair salon, any sort of scenario that you can think of. And then you can literally just have the model go to different scenarios. So I think with us, that the video that you'll be checking out right now, we were taking pictures of some coffee supplies, LED candles, and we went into the coffee shop, we went into the bedroom, we also went into a bar scenario, and you can really maximize the amount of photos you're taking in that day. We also sometimes take advantage of that situation where we'll consolidate multiple clients' samples. So if 2 or 3 clients want to take product photos at the same time, we'll offer them the model cards. We have different models, like hundreds and hundreds of models. There's literally an app where you can go and just like sort of search for models, and then we'll just have we'll hire the model for the day and then take a bunch of photos and video of whatever that product is. So it's really an advantageous service, because again, you're saving time, you're saving money, you're not having to ship out samples to another country, you're not having to then figure out hiring a model for a day and paying, you know, $500, $1,000 just to have, you know, a model take a few pictures for your Amazon product or whatever. So, you know, if you want to tap into those kind of things, like I said, one of the first things is you want to go to Taobao, search for professional product photos, and then you can either get a custom quote depending on what your requirements are, or you can buy one of the packages. Of course, you can also work with us because we have, you know, affordable pricing, we speak English. If you're talking to somebody on Taobao, you're going to have to translate all of the information, and you're also going to have to be able to speak in a way that the photographers understand. So with us, obviously you're dealing with our Chinese team, but our Chinese team speaks English, Mandarin, Cantonese, and they will translate all of the information. We have a sheet that we send out to clients that details all the information that we need. That sheet gets translated into Chinese, we send it over to a photographer, and typically once we get the samples and send it to a photographer, the turnaround time to get the first couple photos is like a couple days. If you need a model, then it might take a little bit longer, because we have to then find the model cards, send them to you, you need to review the cards, pick your favorite model, then we have to book a day for that model depending on what their schedule's like. So yeah, that's how to save money on professional product photos in China and Southeast Asia as a whole.
It could have been, it should have been. If you'd have worked harder, then it would have been. I know the hood has been good to a couple man, trying to make a couple grand, lie like I couldn't sin. I don't remember when I couldn't swim. I had my eyes on the deep when they pushed me in. I've been trying to stay afloat on this crooked whim. They lie, I'm on the outside looking in, but no one's looking out, and it be filling me with fucking doubt, trying to keep the spirit in my mother's house. Trust, the pressure's always in my fucking mouth. I write the words down, but yo, I can't say them loud. So am I lying? Am I bluffing now? Is it enough to simply make your mother proud? I miss Sanjay free foul, what they say is foul. Probably just another verse, never coming out.
I don't know why, I can see things but I can't show why. I don't wanna do it when it comes to showtime. Said I would stop, I can't, I'm so high. I do the things I want to do. It could have been you.
Could have been,
It could have been you.
it should have been.
It could have been you.